Bala. I'm basically an engineer. I'm an engineer, and tell you, I'm 58 years old. And until now, I owe my success in my life for three letters in English. That is ENG. According to me, ENG is the beginning for English, and also ENG is the beginning for engineering. Engineering and English, they have ENG as common. When we talk about ENG, E stands for education, right? Education is very important, and education is the basis for English, and education is the basis for engineering. And N stands for natural. Whatever you do in life, it cannot be artificial. It has to come to you naturally. In order to make it natural, you need to practice. You need to cultivate the habit of that one, and you need to put a seed of information, a seed of knowledge in your mind, in your heart, and then you need to nurture it and grow it step by step. It should be natural and it should be nurtured. And you need to have the need to learn something. It has to be essential for you. And coming to the third letter, G, whatever you do, you should be good at it. You should be good at it. You know, G stands for Guru. Guru in Indian language is the person who is the teacher, who teaches you. The Sanskrit word Guru, the meaning it says, one who brings you from darkness to light. You throw the light, you put the spotlight, and you make the things clear to the people. What is the difference between good and bad? Bad is dark, bad is black, and good is white, and good is light. The moment you add light to something, something bad becomes good. And G stands for gold, G stands for good. You need to feel good. That is called feel good factor. When you feel good, you do good and you grow also. Like what I said, we talk about nurture, we talk about the need, and we talk about being natural, and we talk about being good, and we talk about growing something. It's like a English in my mind is like a plant. Maybe when I was 10 years old or when I was 15 years old, the seed of English was in my mind. I tell you, luckily, I had seniors, I had people in India, even though we did not study our education using the English language, because I studied in my home country language, in my mother tongue, until the school days, because that is the best way to learn education in your mind. Then later you transform yourself as a native English speaker. And as a native English speaker, you start doing it, you need to focus for that one. I still remember when I was 17 years old, there was a book, there was a thick book called vocabulary. If I remember, it's something like the author name coming like some Norman Vincent Peale, like that. I look for the book, and that book said that's a green book, and if you buy that book is full of vocabulary. What is vocabulary? Vocabulary is nothing but how many English words you know. Like if you talk about the bank account, you say, I have got 5 million Vietnam dong in my bank account. Or I say, I have got 5,000 US dollars in my bank account. Like that, in English, the first word is A, alphabet A. That itself is a word. Then it starts by A and an. Then the next word is D, T-H-E. So we talk about three words, A and D. A is a word. Next one is B, B-E. B-E means be the person, be the knowledge, and be the future. What I like, Mr. Chungle, in Vietnam, you have the Grab bike. And I use the app for Grab bike called B because it is short and sweet. And also the price also cheaper than Gojek and Grab. The book in vocabulary said one beautiful statement. Why your boss is your boss? Mr. Chungle, do you want to answer my question? Or anyone in the floor who has joined, Miss Hakim or Mr. Dan, they are with us. Totally. So anyone can answer. I throw a question on the floor. Why your boss is your boss? Any answers, sir?
Hakim, want to answer the question?
It has connected. I tell you, there is. I give you a clue. Okay, why your boss is your boss? It has a connection with vocabulary.
Mr. Zen,
Okay.
want to ask a
Sorry,
question?
Mr. Chungle. Can you allow our viewers to unmute because somebody is asking how I can ask you?
How can I unmute?
Yes, we want them to talk.
Okay.
I think someone who asked me the question, how I can ask you the question, you can unmute your mic and you can ask the
Put
question.
the speaker, put the symbol of the mic on the left.
Yeah. Okay, Dan is asking the question. So we need to unmute Dan.
Need to unmute. I think it's just click on the speaker.
Yeah, we don't know. I think you and me cannot unmute Dan. I think he has to unmute himself. Right?
Ask Mr.
Himself or herself. We don't know because we don't know it's a boy or a girl or a man. Dan is a man or a woman. I do not know.
Looks like a man's name. Oh yeah, you can talk now.
Yes, hello. Nice to meet on you. I'm really happy to ask you about vocabulary. And I want to ask you.
Can
Dan,
you
go ahead, speak.
Up a little bit?
Speak.
Yeah. Good faith, yeah.
Damn blah, right? Sorry. Mr. Dambla, I can ask you, what is the way to study in this new word? Your own way.
Yeah. Okay. Before I answer your question, Dan, I'm the one who put a question on the floor. Why your boss is your boss? I want answer from the floor. I want to close that question and then I want to go for answering your question. Okay? Do you understand my question? Why your boss is your boss? In what way it is connected with new words or what way it is connected with vocabulary? Do you understand?
Can you tell me specific needs about your way to study in this new word? How can you get the new word in your mind?
Yeah. I tell you, what you are asking and what I am asking is the same thing. You understand? Mr. Chungle, Mr. Dan, he speaks English very well. In case if he don't understand my English, because my English is Indian English, his English is Vietnamese English. In case if he don't understand me, you can even use Vietnamese to explain to him for a second, no problem.
Nghĩa là ông hỏi là tại sao là sếp của mình lại là sếp của mình ấy. Your boss is your boss. Thì khi em trả lời câu hỏi đó chính là câu trả lời cho câu hỏi của em á.
No, I don't agree with him. He don't have a private way to study in this new word. I'm not agree with him.
Okay, Mr. Chungle, I tell you, listen.
Mr. Balala, if you don't know how to learn in this new word, you cannot say. I only ask you about your own way study in this new word. You don't have. How can you talk?
Mr. Dan, listen to me, Mr. Dan. Excuse me, Mr. Dan, please listen to me. We are running a live meeting here, and I am the one who is presenting here. And I posted a question here, why your boss is your boss. If you know the answer, please answer this one. If you don't know the answer, let Mr. Chungle talk.
I agree with your answer, but because your English is high level, so I couldn't understand. Everyone member in here don't understand.
I tell you, dear Mr. Dan, you told me my English is in higher level. I thank you.
It's a high level, so when you talk, I don't understand.
Okay,
everyone
Mr. Dan, Angba Vietnam Moiba Nam. Anh ba tiếng Việt không hiểu. Bala, Mr. Bala, tiếng Việt không hiểu. Ít hiểu, chuk chuk, chuk siêu, chuk siêu. Don't worry, okay? We will help you. The purpose of our opening this Zalo group is only to help you. Mr. Chungle, I think now I will quickly answer and then hand over the floor to you so that you can help Mr. Dan. I tell you why your boss is your boss, because he has more vocabulary. Because your boss has more vocabulary. Your boss has 1 billion vocabulary, 1 billion Vietnam dong in his account. That is his English vocabulary. I have 1 million Vietnam dong in my account. That is my English vocabulary. You are, Mr. Chungle is my boss because he has more vocabulary than me. Chungle no Vietnam, Chungle no tiếng Viet, Chungle no tiếng Anh. Anh ba no only tiếng Ando and tiếng Anh, tiếng Viet không có. Okay? I tell you, Mr. Dan, where my experience of vocabulary is I go and search everywhere. I open the dictionary. I study word by word. There is book available in the market which say this book will help you to increase your vocabulary. Buy the book and read it. Mr. Chungle, please take the floor and help Mr. Dan because my English is little faster. I don't want to trouble him. Let him come through you. Thank you very much. Sin, come on.
Thank you for Mr. Dan for asking question. Yeah, asking how to improve vocabularies. And I think Mr. Dan's English is very good. It's like almost perfect. And thank you, Mr. Bala, for sharing information with us. That's amazing. And because Mr. Bala has been around the world and he went to Dubai to work and he got a very big contract for the company. He's left India when he was only 18 and he never came back. That's amazing. Like he really want to explore the world. And I admire Mr. Bala because he went to Vietnam and he knew everyone in Vietnam. So he have a good connection, good connector. So come back to Mr. Dan's question, how to improve your vocabularies. I think there's different people, different individuals have different methods of how to do that. But like we are not like, we are the expert, our the way is the only right way. We don't say that. We just share how we did that, right? So Mr. Bala got good vocabularies because one thing I noticed, he's read a lot of books, every book he knew. And so like he wanted to talk to people. Sometimes you can learn vocabularies by talking to people, Right now I'm talking to Mr. Dan. I learned his vocabularies, right? So Mr. Dan, how do you learn your vocabularies? Can you share with us?
Mr. Bala don't show the way to study English new word. He thought that I think he have a high level. He study which way. That's his way. How to understand. Because I have changed with one man. He said that he get a 7.5 higher certificate. She said that we have working. Because it just sharing. So I I thank him and I have to go away because he don't tell the truth. He tell the lie, and I hate that. But because just sharing, so I have to go out, and I think that he tell a lie, even though he Vietnamese, and he don't let me know the way to study. I think that,
Excuse
and
me,
I
I'm not
think
Mr. Dan, I'm not Vietnamese, I'm Indian.
yeah, I know. When I
Then
see
why
your
you
face
why you
in
call
the
me Vietnamese?
skin and your accent, I know that you Indian, and you
Okay,
don't live in
sorry,
a country.
sorry to say, you don't tell me, I tell a lie. Please, this is not the way we talk in public. You please respect me, I
No,
respect
no,
you.
no. I don't tell you. I don't tell a man in Vietnam. He said that he get 7.5 IELTS certificate, and I tell him, I not tell you.
I got confused. I'm sorry, Sinloy.
No, no,
You
no,
are
no
calling
problem.
me a liar. Sinloy, I don't understand very much, okay?
No, 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 no problem, man. We just because
My,
just sharing.
go ahead, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Can
don't
you
hear
say
you.
now?
Yeah, now continue. Please talking. Continue.
Yeah, I think I don't know why, but you said that reading a lot. I agree, but your English level is high. It's okay, but with me, mine is not high level. I have a little English word. How can I read? It's very hard. And with my way to study in the word, um, I have a one teacher and one friend. And she give me audio maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I have to listen and write it down. After that, I should compare with my handwriting with transcript. I can know how many percent I get wrong every word in this video, and I I have to find any new word in this transcript. To I have to make Elsa speak lesson uh, list, and when I I use it lesson to send my two friend, and I can just any word I try to pronounce until it get about it get 90 or 95%. After I change to another word, and until I get at all the new word, I try to listen a lot of time in this vocabulary. I try to record my English reading maybe 10 times or 20 times. After that, I have to record my English reading and send to my teacher until she said, okay, I change to another video. With each video lessons, I think I learn about 10 words. Learning this in a sentence, in a conversation. Don't study listening what it equal and studies. I think is with my way. I think I can remember a little what isn't it? Do you understand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I
your
think yeah,
is
it's
good.
good.
I think
I think
you're
yeah,
way
right.
to learn
Learn
vocabulary. So one thing I noticed about yours, pronunciation is perfect. Yeah, I could understand everything that you said.
I don't know why, but a lot of the teacher Vietnam don't show Elsa speak application free for teacher for student to study. It's very useful. I don't pay money Elsa speak because I use Elsa speak application free, but I use the function is a dictionary. With the new word, I write it down and I plus it one time. It's appear on the word in the top. It's a English. Under is a phonetic. Under is a Vietnamese meaning, and there's not a video about uh, a lot of famous person use this words in the sentence. I think it's very useful because in the dictionary have a low example and they have no video about how to use it. But it is very useful. Don't pay money for use such speak, but you still use it. Useful. It's wonderful. And with one good example, 10, no, 100 video, you have the time, don't have a time to see, to listen. This is very, I think, that's way to get, because in English, choose word is an input, it's an output. Input that means you have to write it down, to see, to read, and output, you have, no. Input that means you have to see the word to write it down, and maybe with some word is the real thing. Maybe bread. Uh, you can eat bread. You can touch it. You can see it. You remember it easily. And when I put try to read out loud, and I think you're gonna have to check your English pronunciation because we don't have a language speaker to correct your mistake. But Elsa speak is wonderful to correct my English speak, correct my uh, English mistake. It's mistake in pronunciation. I think that's my way. And I think the first thing we had started is we forgot about English pronunciation. It's very important. I don't know why. A lot in the past, I have been studying this for 10 years, but I don't care about English pronunciation, and a lot of teachers don't care about this. Maybe in the past, I my teacher teach me English pronunciation for 1 week, but I have been to studying it for 2 week, 2 year, no, 2 months every day. With each day, I have to pronounce for 2 hours a day, and maybe with a lot of vowel. Maybe I have to study for
Okay, thank
3
you,
days.
Mr. Dan, for sharing. I think we run out of time. We need to finish 7, and so everyone go to work. But
Yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah, okay, okay.
we're
Yeah,
welcome
thank you.
to speak again.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Goodbye and see you all, member.
Thank you, Mr.
It's
Bala,
a
for
wonderful
sharing.
beginning,
Thank you,
Mr.
Dan.
Chungle. Mr. Chungle, wonderful beginning for a Monday. I thank Mr.
Yeah.
Dan to come here and talk to us. Mr. Dan, can I ask you one question? How old are you?
I'm not young. I'm not young.
No, but you are younger than
But
me.
I'm
That's
young
why,
than you. I'm younger than you. I'm sure.
yeah, because you have another 5 years, 10 years to learn English. Your English is awesome. Thanks for attending our class. We will do it differently. We'll make it convenient and suitable for you. You are a wonderful listener and student, and I thank you.
Yeah, thank you.